Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our teacher, Ma'am Alma Patria, Ma'am. I am Johara Lidasan, a second year student. Today, let's tackle about models of carbohydrate. But before anything else, the objectives of this activity are to compare the structure of different sugars and to understand the classification of carbohydrates. Now, what is carbohydrates? Carbohydrates, also called carbs, a type of macronutrients found in certain foods and drinks. Sugar, starches, and fiber are carbohydrates. Other macronutrients include fat and protein. So those kind of macronutrients is what our body really needs to stay healthy. Carbohydrates classified into three subtypes. We have monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Now, what is monosaccharides? Monosaccharides are molecules that cannot be broken down by hydrolysis into smaller carbohydrate molecules. We have two functions of monosaccharides. The first one is store energy, and the next one is the function of the building blocks of more complex sugar that are used as structural elements. There are examples of monosaccharides. We have glucose, fructose, and galactose. This time, I'm gonna show you my model for glucose carbohydrates. As you can see, our materials we used are clay and tall peaks. So this is glucose, known as simple sugars or monosaccharides. It is most abundant monosaccharides as a category of carbohydrates. So it has the molecular formula C6H12O6. So the violet color represents carbon, the pink represents hydrogen, and the white color represents oxygen.
I am Siti Aina M. Kasan and I'm going to present the complete structure of disaccharides and its type. Disaccharides are carbohydrates consisting of two monosaccharide subunits. There are three major of disaccharides: the sucrose, lactose, and maltose. But in my part, I will only show you the maltose. So this is the cyclic form of maltose. Disaccharides, like other carbohydrates, are made up of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Carbon represents color white, hydrogen color violet, and oxygen is pink. Maltose is a disaccharide composed of two glucose units joined by the glycosidic bond. It has a mild sweetness to it, but its primary function is to aid digestion. Because most carbohydrates are in an indigestible form. Maltose have the chemical formula of C12H22 and O11.
Good day, ma'am. I am Isa A. Dowd and I'm going to present about the carbohydrates, and that is polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, also known as polycarbohydrates, are the most common type of carbohydrates found in food. They are polymeric long-chain carbohydrates made up of monosaccharides units linked together by glycosidic linkages. This carbohydrate can react with water with the help of amylase enzymes, resulting in constituent sugars. Polysaccharides are long chains of monosaccharide linked by glycosidic bonds. The three major types of polysaccharides are starch, glycogen, and cellulose are composed of glucose, starch, and glycogen. Serve as a short-term energy stores in plants and animals respectively.
So, this is the cyclic form of starch. This is how it looks like. The three types of polysaccharides are starch, cellulose, and glycogen. But in my part, I will only discuss about the starch. The basic chemical formula of the starch molecule is C6H10O5. Starch or amylum is polymeric carbohydrate consisting of numerous glucose units joined by glycosidic bonds. This polysaccharide is produced by most green plants for energy storage. The main function of starch is a way to store energy for plants. Starch is a source of sugar in animal diet. Animals break down starch using amylase and enzymes found in saliva and the pancreas that breaks down starch to get energy.